the name of my presentation itself suggests that there are lots of questions are there in your mind that how, because we are doing the work for a whole month and then we get the amount of our salary. Today I will give you a mantra by which you can earn money within a very shorter period of time. Okay, so my main focus is on commodity, that is MCX, multi-commodity exchange. When I joined it before 5 to 7 years, at that time, you know, the market starts at 10 a.m. Okay. The market starts at 10 a.m. and it closes at night 11:30. So it's a very long hours in which if you observe the market, then it may happen that 2 to up to 3 hours, 4 hours, or up to 5 hours. There even a very minor fluctuation is there in the market up to 25 to 30 or 50 rupees. And suddenly what happened, within the 15 to 20 minutes, market fluctuates for 15, for 200, 300, 500, or even for 1,000 rupees also, within a 15 to 20 minutes. So that is the main question of my mind, that how this happened. For 4 to 5 hours is stable. In again, in 15 to 20 minutes it fluctuates for 200, 300 rupees, and on that base I have made a research. Okay, so before starting my main point, I just want to share a basic thing regarding the MCX. Next slide. What is the MCX? Multi-Commodity Exchange of India is an independent commodity exchange based in India. It was established in 2003 and is based in Mumbai. It was in 2009 the world's 6th largest commodity exchange. MCX offers future tradings in bullions, ferrous and non-ferrous metals, energy and number of agriculture commodities. In 2012, MCX has taken the 3rd spot among the global commodity. Next. MCX is India's #1 commodity exchange right now with 83% of market share. The exchange's main competitor is National Commodity and Derivative Exchange Limited. The highest trade item is gold. So my main focus and my today's presentation is based on gold only, because MCX offers n number of scripts, but I have made research on gold only. As of early 2010, the normal daily turnover MCX was about US 6 to 8 billion. Next. Now, I have heard that lots of people complain that they have lost money in MCX. Okay, so to favor them also and to finding out my question that why such a huge and drastic fluctuation is there in the market within a shorter period of time, I have made this project. Next. Detail of project. MCX offers bullions and metals like gold, silver, copper, aluminium, etc. In this project, I have covered only one script of commodity. Again, I am saying MCX offers many scripts like gold, silver, crude, copper, zinc, etc., etc. But among these all scripts, I have selected the gold. I have made research on gold, that how the price of gold fluctuates. Next. So before I am going to explain that how the price of gold fluctuates, the first thing that I want to clear that the price of gold in international market is directly relates with US economy. There is a strong reason behind that. You know, US has the largest quantity of gold as a reserve. So whatever the economic decision should be taken by the US, that is directly affect the price of gold. Okay. So gold prices are good indicator of how healthy the US economy is. When the price of gold is high, that is when the economy is not healthy. As the economy of US was, definitely the price of gold rises, and as the economy is not healthy, then the price of gold is high, and if the economy is healthy, then price of gold is falls. Why it is so? Because investor flocks to gold when they are protecting their investment from either a crisis or inflation. When gold prices drop, that usually means the economy is healthy, and that's because investors have left gold for other more lucrative investments like stocks, bonds, or real estate, etc. Okay, next. Next. As US is the country whose economy directly affects the commodity, among all the scripts of commodity, gold fluctuates more with the economic change in US. Other scripts are also fluctuate, but US directly not affect the other scripts. But gold, that is the script US's economy directly affect this particular script only. The correlation between the gold price and US's economy is partially negative. On the above assumption, one has to trade in gold. Next. Now, how to trade? According to my advice, you have to trade. Either you have to do the short-term trade as well as according data trade. So, what is the short-term trade? Whenever one deals with the commodity, then he has to do the short-term trade only. What is the meaning of short-term trade? As and when you enter in the market, your trade should be such within a shorter period of time you catch the profit and you have to exit from the market. Don't hold your position in a commodity for a longer period of time, because in a longer run there are n number of international factors which affect the particular script. So that's why it is not advisable to hold your position for a longer period of time in the commodity. And short-term trade means the position of trade should be cleared in a very less time. Next. And the next and very important thing, your trade should be accordingly the data only. Now what is the data? Data is nothing but a US's various economic results or present condition. That is a important data for us. Whenever we want to deal in commodity and especially in gold, then it is the main and important data for us. One has to analyze the data first, then only enter into the market. Next. How to analyze the data? From whom we get the data? That is a question. So all the data of US's economy should be represented on a site called forexfactory.com. Note the name of this site. And from this site one can get all the data with respective time. Next. Okay. I have directly take the picture of site. There is a picture of website Forex Factory. If you observe this, then you may find such type of the screen. You just have to focus on these two columns, forecast and actual. Forecast means what? It is the expected result which is expected by the government, by US government. For example, at November 14, 5:30, at 7 am, approx trade balance, that is minus 38.78, that is expected by government. But exact sharply 7 o'clock, actual result will be published over here. By observing this, we will have to trade. How, that will be discussed later on. Next. How to interpret the data? Okay. If you have, we are discussing the unemployment claims. Over here, forecast is 20.3%. As and when, if the time of declaration of data is 7 o'clock, 5:30, or for whatsoever time is there, if the actual result is 10.6, what it indicates? It indicates that in the US economy, unemployment is more than the less than the expectation. So actually, what we can conclude on this, the economy is good because unemployment is less than the expectation. The economy is good. So then what is the effect on gold price? As economy is becoming this strong, definitely the gold price is reduced. Vice versa, over here, if the forecasting is 20.3 and the actual is 30, then unemployment is more than the expectation. It indicates that economy is worse. Same as GDP. GDP forecasting is 17.3, and if the actual result is 20, then it is good for the economy, because 15% more results of GDP is there. Then economy is good, the price of gold is false. And if the forecasting is 7.3 and 14.3, the GDP is less, economy is worse, and the price of gold is high. Next. Okay. It's a practical result of Thursday, 7th November. On Thursday, 7th November, there is a data of advanced GDP. The expectation of US government is 2%, but the actual result is 2.8. What it indicates? 0.8% is more. That means 40% higher results in GDP than the expectation. So what we can conclude on this? The economy is stronger. Then what is the effect on the gold price?
Gold will come down.
Definitely gold price come down. Next slide. You may follow with this. It is the graph which is taken from the website profit.ndtv.com. If you observe this site, then you may get all the graphs of every day. So you may see over here gold 29,900 to reduce up to 29,600. So this game is only for 10 to 15 minutes. If you deal with one parcel, 1 mega parcel, in commodity 1 mega parcel, that means 1 kg. So over here, as per 10 gram, 200 price is reduced, and 1 kg is reduced by 20,000. So as and when we get the result, we just have to call our broker and sell one parcel, which is called short shell. We sell the one parcel. Within 15 to 20 minutes, 20,000 will be there in your pocket. Next. That is the conclusion. On the 7th November 2013, at 7 p.m., the data declared on GDP, the data was good for the US economy. So exact 7 p.m., the price of gold reduced by 200 rupees, approx 200. This is shown in the next graph, which is taken from the site of profit.ndtv.com. Next two graph.
Previous one, second last and third last.
Back. This. I will show you the result of 7th November, but the yesterday was Muharram, so Indian exchange was closed. But the day before yesterday, on a Thursday, there was a result which declared at 3 p.m. It is of it is closed. That is of sales, trade balance and sales data. That is 0%, 0.0, that is forecast, and actual it is negative, minus 0.7. So economy is worse. So what effect will expect on the price of gold? Economy is negative, and the price of gold definitely will be increased. So the next graph. Yeah, it is a graph of the previous day, Thursday's graph, and over here you may see the price of gold is again increased by 200. So you may earn a very huge amount from the commodity by observing the data. So by two websites you can get the data. One is Forex Factory, another is Forex Pros. And the another advice is, whenever you do the trade in MCX, first of all, before put the stop loss and then trade, because it's an international market. We are over here, we are considering the US economy only, and there are n number of other factors are there which also affects the commodity. Here we are doing the trade on assumption that the US economy impact the measure on economy, measure on the commodity, but there are n number of factors which also affects the commodity. So first of all, do the stop loss. We have stop loss that you know. What is the mean of stop loss? Okay. Our assumption is gold price is increasing. Okay. So we buy the gold. But instead of it increasing, it may decrease. So we have to stop our loss. For example, if my capacity of bearing the loss is 5,000, then I have to tell my broker that as and when the gold is reduced by 50 rupees from my trade, then exit my trade. That is my limit. So that is called a stop loss. And same as you can also put a limit on the profit also. If I want to get 100 rupees profit, then I have to tell my broker that I am buying at 200. As and when the price becomes 300, then sell my gold. That is my limit. So in profit it is called limit, and loss it is called stop loss. Okay, so there are n number of factors which affect the commodity, but before doing the trade, you have to don't have to put the limit, but at least you have to decide your stop loss. That's it.
Sir, it is good, really, very good presentation. Only one question, because I don't have more knowledge about business. Yes. So, really, no, share brokers are making money like that only, because they are share brokers. So they know, they have all knowledge. They know when money goes suddenly up and down, up and down. They have used money. Are they making money like that only?
What's the what happens? they may have the knowledge, but each and every person cannot exactly forecasting good, because if you want to deal according to my suggestion, then you must have the complete knowledge of economy. As actual unemployment result is more, then it is bad for the economy, and GDP is more, then it is good for the economy. So you have the complete economic idea as well as the technical knowledge, then only you can deal with by this way. So broker may have good knowledge, but they may or they may not have the good knowledge of economy also. So that's why, and broker are just concerned with the brokerage only. They, in a very least case, they directly trade.
So one small thing, like, are all the commodities over here affected by the US economy, or it varies?
No, or major impact of gold only by US.
What do you think about crude and all?
Crude, somewhat crude, but we can't say that the only impact of US is there on other commodities, because they are, day by day, each and every country has different decisions regarding the gold and crude and so on. So according to their decision also, the price of other script fluctuates. So on the gold, there is a reason, because US has the major portion of gold. So that's why the economy of US directly affect the gold price.
Like, is it not true that India has more gold compared to US?
As a government reserve, we are talking about the government reserve. In general public, it may happen, but government reserve, then definitely
US.
it's a more reserve of have the US government other than Indian government. Any question from audience?
Sir,
Yes.
as an economical point of view,
Uh,
US has a better impact or gold.
yeah.
Now, if they want to earn from some other countries, or they want to sell the gold or buy the gold, are they using a diplomacy of presenting a liar data? That if they are strong enough, and
Yeah.
they'll say that we are not strong, and the result will be something else. So when they want to deal with other countries, are they using this in a diplomacy manner to earn a benefit?
They can't, because they have to show the actual result of their economy. If they are showing the fact data, then definitely they catch the gain from the gold. But on the other end, they have to lose much more thing by showing the wrong economic data.
Like,
before 1.5 years, Bragg Bernard, the governor of the US, has declared that we are thinking to issue the stimulus package. Okay, stimulus means what? It's a package of relief work. When economy is not good, then US government or any of the government of any of the country declares the stimulus. It's a package of relief work. Okay, so as and when they declare that we are thinking to issue the stimulus, very next day the gold price is increased by 1200 to 1500 rupees in a very next day. Okay, so they may issue the wrong result that we are issuing the stimulus. Okay, and they may get the benefit from the gold, but once they declared that we are issuing the stimulus and that much of the relief work we are issued for the public, that they have to pay to the public. So that is the loss on the other hand. So, and none of the country do the same thing. Whatever the result that they have to show, and actual results only.
that might be a perception, because when we are dealing with the international relations, everybody use their power. If I am dominant somewhere, America is dominant in this, in that sector, they use it. See, if we speak about fights, it's not that these weapons are sold very much easily. They will show somewhere a threat that these two countries are going to fight, and by doing so, they sell this all fighting materials. They are using it because it's not that India and Pakistan are fighting, but we are purchasing from them because it's their diplomacy. It's their diplomacy to earn from us. Are they using this? Say, and about that stimulus we understand, but does forecasting data might be somewhere it's not going to. I'm not understood. I'm not very much clearly. that how it could affect negatively. Because if they affect that employment is going to be at 20%, and next day they can recall that we have taken some steps, now it will be a 30%. So by just delivering the data, they can fulfill that loss which may happen. But they want something more from other countries.
It generally not practiced by any of the government. And what is the actually forecasted? Forecasted, that is the budgeted figure. As and when they decide their budget, then they have target up to next 3 months will achieve this result, up to next month will achieve these results. So that is the forecasted result. And what is the actual result? Whatever they are practicing, that is the actual result. As of today, what we have got, that is the actual result. So they just compare the forecasted result with actual, and on the basis of that, the price of gold fluctuates. But generally, none of the country does such a practice by getting the benefits by issuing their own economic results. Generally, none of the country issues their own negative economic results for getting the benefit from the other countries. Because definitely if they get the benefit from the gold, then on the other hand, definitely they may have some of the loss also. Because over here, there is a partial negative